Good evening. Hello everyone. Pop your hands up. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to picture yourself in a large open field. Hello my darlings. Welcome to live 6 of 100. Do you know, I call them like live 6 of, and you know, I number them. But today I think I've done about 4 lives. Oh, Mr. H, he's so naughty. Right, we've all got a dilemma with laptop chargers. So he keeps taking my charger to give it to the girls because they're all obviously doing schoolwork. Please give me the wrong one, it doesn't fit. Oh, Mr. H. Right, when you come on, say hi. My laptop will last, it should be okay. I just wanted to plug it in so it's ready for the morning. How is everyone? How are you all holding up? Let me just share this live stream. Just bear with me one sec.
Hello, my
oh gosh, I'm loud, aren't I? There we go. Somebody said the other day they love the way I say, hello, my darlings. I'm like, hello, my darlings. Hello, Benita. Hello, Helen. Good evening. Good evening. Share to group. Here we go. Oh, I'm a nightmare, aren't I? Live. 6 of 100. I'm literally going to ask Spirit if they will send me through somebody to sit in the house that can be my technical person. Are your loved ones? I'm very well, thank you, Ashley. How are you? Are your loved ones on the other side? Okay. I know it's a strange title, but this is what Spirit want to talk about. So here we go. Oh, there we go. I don't need to be on the watch party, do I? Cancel. Oh, I don't know what I've done there. Okay, I think it's in Spirits and White Feathers. There we go. Hello, everyone. Hi, how are you all? How is everyone doing? First and foremost, how is everyone on day, are we on day 8 of isolation? Hello, Katie. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Michelle. I think we're on day 8 of isolation. And I was speaking to my mummy the other day, earlier today. I was making dinner. You'd laugh, guys. It's like I run a cafe here. So I've got my headphones in, so my hands are free. So I can call my mom and speak to her, but then I can also cook a pie for Lily, fish for Lucy. Jess had pizza, me and Mr. H had lamb chops, and I was cooking paprika wedges for me and Mr. H with peppers. I know, random dinner, we're just eating whatever we've got. And then the girls, 2 of them had mushrooms, 1 of them had sweet corn, and I was like, Mom, I'm literally in a restaurant. And she's like, how many different dinners are you doing? I was like, I'm doing hundreds. So if anyone else does that, let me know. I wish I could be tough and take the moaning of them going, I don't want to eat that, no. But I just don't. I just make them whatever they want because I just think, wow, all for an easy life, all for peace and harmony in all the world. So that's what I've been doing for them. So I was doing that. And then my mum said to me, she said, how are you holding up? How are you all getting on? And how are you coping? And are you tearing your hair out yet? And do you want to have a great escape? And I was like, Mom, I'm actually really good. I'm actually okay. Don't get me wrong, guys. I haven't been, you know, fantabby-dozy every day. On Friday, last Friday, you saw my live stream. That was probably my wobbly day. But that was it. That was literally it. And I've been getting so many more jobs done. And it's just been like having more family time. I've watched films that I've never watched. We've got the Disney Plus channel. And Jess, well, I just left Jess. She was watching Finding Dory. She's 16, but she was watching Finding Dory. And I love that film. So we're having that time together, which is so nice. So every day we're making gratitude. We're, you know, looking at the positivity, everything, rather than actually looking at, you know, the negatives towards it all, which is so easy to do. But you do have a choice in life. You do have a choice to see the positives in everything, which I know is annoying. And I know some of you probably just want to stick your 2 fingers up at the screen and go, leave me alone, Katie. I want to be annoyed if I want to be grumpy. And you're perfectly entitled to be grumpy. All I'm saying to you is, if you've got that energetic space there, you might as well make it into a positive rather than a negative, because you only get one life. that's what the spirit always say to me. You only get one life, you might as well make sure that it's a good one whilst you're here. So there we go. So that's my thought process on it. That's why I'm so upbeat. That's why I try and laugh at everything that is a disaster or chaos. And believe me, it is chaos around in our house quite often, but we make it work and we find the fun in it and we find the enjoyment. And that's why my mum's like, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you stay so upbeat and stay so sane. And I'm like, well, I do spend half the day in a meditated trance. So I think that really does help because obviously I meditate to open up to spirit. And then I meditate anyway for myself, just to ground myself, and every night, every morning. So I think that's probably why I'm like that. Maybe not. I don't know. So there you go. So that's the how we're doing in the Helliwell household. How's everyone else been doing? Eat what I make. Can't be doing lots of different meals. Donna, I applaud you. Please tell me to be tougher because I'm terrible. I would make you anything. If you come round to my house, Donna, and said, I don't like this, Kate, I'd be like, right, Donna. I'm like, I think it's the Irish in me. I'll be like, right, okay, what is it you need? Do you want eggs? Do you want extra potatoes? I'll be literally feeding you. Everyone calls me the feeder. Disney Plus, yeah, watching loads. Cool Runnings. Oh my God, do you remember that? The bobsleigh team. Oh, that is the one, isn't it? The bobsleigh team. Let's have a look. Absolutely, sweetheart. I know, darling, this is it. We've got to look at the positives. Everyone's got Disney. Most FO, one live, too short, keep fun at all times. Absolutely, exactly. Nice. I could be in a meditative trance most of the day. You will be now. You're on Psychic School, my darlings. So I'm just going to give Psychic School a shout out because this is the last chance you've got. You've literally got 3 hours until midnight, and then the doors close to Psychic School, and it is going to be next level fantastic. We have literally had an influx of people. My poor assistant can't keep up. Today, everyone's decided that they're just going to leap and go for it. And if that's you and you want to spend your time being a little bit more positive and you want to focus your energy on, yeah, being positive, because I honestly think, I don't think, I know that the reason I'm more balanced and light workers are feeling okay with all this and feeling like quite calm, quite peaceful, is because I'm so connected to spirit. So get yourself into Psychic School. You've got 3 hours, and once the doors are closed, I am really strict, the doors are closed. So get yourselves in there, my darling. There we go. Yep, Dawn, you're the same. You're a feeder as well. Yeah, maybe you're also like me. You've got a bit of Irish in you. Let's have a look. You baked some cinnamon buns. Oh, amazing. I try and deter them away from cooking, which I know is really bad because has anyone else cleaning the kitchen every 5 seconds? I will get to my point in a minute, guys. I'm just giving a few people a chance to come on. But I've literally done my shoulder in by all the cleaning and vacuuming and, oh my gosh, honestly, I feel like Cinderella gone wrong. There we go. Yeah, Psychic School. Adele's so excited to be in there. I'm so excited. Honestly, Adele, you've got some amazing people joining you. You are going to love it. Absolutely love it. Right, so the topic this evening is, are your loved ones on the other side okay? And the reason I want to bring this up is because it's the most common question I get asked, you know, and understandably so, for a number of reasons. And there's a couple of things I'm going to say on this. First and foremost, when our loved ones are taken away from us, and I feel sad already, so I know there's people that have just lost people, I can feel you. But when our loved ones are taken away from us, it is truly the most horrendous experience ever. Grief is just, I mean, I've got goosebumps thinking about it. It's just awful. It is absolutely soul destroying. And if there's one superpower I wish there was on this earth, all the Marvels and forget all the superheroes, I wish somebody could get a magic wand and wave it around and go, your grief has gone, you know, your grief has gone, there you go, all your pain's disappeared, all your pain's dispersed. Because, you know, there's many hurdles in life that we'll go through, and like the coronavirus at the moment is a hurdle. You know, there'll be many things that we face in life that are difficult and challenging, but nothing can ever quite describe grief. And let me know if you understand what I mean there. It's just awful. It's so awful. And I think people get really, really stuck. And the thing that they get stuck the most with is wanting to know that that person's okay. You know, we all take for granted that we can FaceTime or call our mums, you know, with our headsets on whilst we're cooking, and you know. And I think this is the thing that's taken for granted, and I think this is the biggest takeaway I've got from the experience of the coronavirus. I'm seeing angel lights, thank you guys, is that don't take anything for granted. Just don't take it away, you know, because we can't hug anyone at the moment. We can't tell people, we can't pop round for a cup of tea, we can't pop round and say hi, can we? It's a really weird time. And that's exactly how people are grief-stricken feel, you know, that they can't go and just meet their loved one. They can't go and just ask how they're doing. They can't just give them a quick FaceTime. They can't call them up whilst they're cooking and moan about, you know, how many different dinners they're doing. They can't do all that. And because they don't get the response back, because you know, you're not a medium necessarily, and you won't be able to get anything back. So you don't know if they've heard you. And then should you just accept that they've gone and not reach out to people? Should you just let them be free? And, you know, are they even watching over us because you've asked for a sign, you've asked for them to be there, and then you don't feel them there? And why don't you feel them there? And why do some people get signs and why don't you get signs? And they can spiral themselves into this, I've got massive goosebumps, I'm being channeled, spiral themselves into this not knowing and this fear and this like, where are they? Where are my loved ones? And I can feel you, I can feel your sadness, guys. I really can feel it. And the thing is, your loved ones are absolutely okay over there. I can categorically tell you, each and every one of them, from my heart, that they're absolutely okay over there. What they're not okay with is seeing you guys suffer. So if you imagine when your loved one, when their soul transitions over into spirit world, their personality, how they were, their funny traits, their likes and dislikes, all of that, it's taken over with them. They're the same over there. So it's not like they transition over and then they change into a completely different personality altogether. The only thing that really changes for them are, and this is what they've told me, is when they've got any ailments over here. So say if they've got pain in their legs, or they've suffered ill health and they've been really, really poorly, or they've had limbs removed or something like that awful, then when they're over there, they're whole again, and they're happy and they're healthy and they're well. So all of the ailments go. And I don't really know the reason behind that, why it does go, but it just does. Their soul's free and their body's free. And their body isn't really their body. So they're not really, the body's left on earth. The body is left on earth, but their soul lives on. But when we see them as mediums and light workers, we see them as a body, as in how they looked in the human form. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is so that we understand who they are and we can translate and describe them to you guys so you understand who they actually are. And the second reason for that is because if they were to just turn up as a soul and a voice, then it's not like, it wouldn't really translate, it wouldn't really register. Does that make sense? So we have to try and, they have to try and come to us in a way that we feel the least threatened, that we understand exactly who they are, and we can convey the messages as clear as possible. So they do come round, and what they do, which makes me laugh, is they get to choose how they get to be presented to you. So quite often I'll get an older lady that's passed over, and I know I'm going to do this when I'm over there. I'm going to come back to you guys as, like, you know, my 20-year-old self, you know, before all the Botox. So they do come back as if they've turned back the clock. So they come back at the age they want to be remembered. Now this throws mediums, and I talk about this in psychic school because it does confuse people, because they come back and they're free, they're happy, and they've got like no wrinkles. And for all you know, when they've transitioned over into spirit world, they were covered in wrinkles. They were 98 years old, but here they are stood in your living room as you're passing over the message to someone, and they're 60 and they're healthy and their skin's looking fantastic. And the person that you're reading for is like, well, no, they actually had like really wrinkled skin, and you know, they had like this. And so that's what they do, and it is funny. And they go, well, this is how I want to be remembered. This is how I want them to look at me. This is how I want my legacy to be, that I was, you know, wrinkle free and I was younger and I was healthier. And they often show you parts of their body that are now working, like their legs are now free, so they can start doing like the Irish jig and let their legs go. And it's just, honestly, it's so cute. It's really beautiful to see all the different ways, but they are absolutely okay. And something that really concerns people is the people that have taken their own life. Are they okay? Now, I always know when someone's taken their own life, because 9 times out of 10, not always, a couple recently that have been clear as day, as if they're actually stood next to me. But when they've taken their own life, they're almost quieter. in my ear, like I can hear it's almost like a whisper. Now that's not the same for every medium. Some of the mediums don't have it like that. Some of the mediums just feel quite, you know, they can hear them just as clear, and they don't always know how they've transitioned over, but they do sound that little bit quieter. And some of them are, most of them regret it. Most of them regret actually taking their own life. But then the vast majority of them are like, I'm free from pain, Katie. I'm free, my mind's free, and I can relax. So they're absolutely so peaceful and so happy to be over there. And they let go of the, I shouldn't have done this. It's more the, it's not that they shouldn't have done it. It's more that they feel guilty for the pain that they've left people in behind. Does that make sense? Because when someone takes their life, the souls that I've read for, not everybody, but with the souls I've read for, they weren't obviously in the right frame of mind, or even thinking about who they're leaving behind, or how much pain that will cause that person, because they're so in pain themselves that they can't think straight. But they all are okay. Everyone that transfers over into that world is absolutely okay. And what they do is they get a chance to choose whether they want to be around you permanently, so around you like a human. So some of them stay with you that closely that for a medium to connect with, it actually feels like they're still alive on earth, because they're that connected to you. And those souls you will be feeling, whether you're a medium, whether you're a light worker, whether you've got a gift or not, you will feel them all around you. You'll smell them, you'll sense them, they'll be in your dreams, you'll just know them, they'll be there. And those ones are gorgeous. They're like, literally, they're the people that are the most comforted, that are knowing that they're supported 110%. And you guys are the lucky few. So if you're one like that and you've got your loved ones and making themselves known that they're with you, you are one of that lucky few. You really are. They are so gorgeous. But for the vast majority of people, they're not lucky enough to have that. But I can tell you that they are with you, they are following you, they are making sure that you're okay. So the best thing you can do for your loved ones is to let them know that you're good, let them know that you're living life, even though it pains, and even though that grief has taken away part of your soul, that, if I'm being honest, some people never quite the same ever again. Even though it's done that to you, you've still got the precious gift of life. You've still got the chance here to give them something amazing to watch. And there's a couple of them that said to me, can you just tell them that we're okay? Can you just tell them that we're able to live our lives and that we're happy? Can you just tell them that we're all right? And, you know, what would really make me happy is if they actually live their life and they actually do something interesting for me to watch. And I thought, what do you mean do something interesting for you to watch? Like, what is it you want them to do? But they want to see you happy. There's nothing that makes them happier than seeing you do something positive or something great for yourself and living your life. That's what they want. And whilst, you know, I think what they don't understand is the grief that you're feeling and experiencing. And I do have to say that to them. I have to say, look, I know that you want them to be living their best life, and I know you want them to be taking their chances in life, and I know you want them to be taking that trip, and I know you want them to just go and buy the top because life's too short. Like, I know all this. But what they need to understand, and I think this is a learning for you, Spirit, is that people that are in immense pain can't do that. They can't do that. But it's, the thing is with Spirit is once you transfer over into that world, there's no sense of time. So if you need that time to grieve and you need that time to take your time with it and to heal properly, allow yourself that space, allow yourself that time to heal, because you've got all the time in the world, you've got your whole life to be able to give them something amazing and something fun, and to take those chances and to live your life and to give them something to watch. Because the thing is with grief actually does get less. I wouldn't say it ever goes, and I would say that sometimes the people I've experienced, it actually changes them, and sometimes those changes are for the better, sometimes those changes are just changes. I wouldn't say any of the changes are for the worse, and every thought, feeling is always temporary anyway. So I wouldn't say they're always negative, but it does change you, it does change people, and it changes how you see things, and it changes how you react to things. And I mean, talk to me, guys. Does it make you feel that way? I will come to your comments, let me know. But it does. I've got a lot of experience with people that have had this, you know, and lost some people that, or, you know, doesn't even bear thinking of. And it does change does make them feel like they're in a temporary pause moment in your life. And there was one lady that said to me she felt like she was constantly walking around in a bubble, like walking around in this haze. And when you're like that, that's your body going into this like protective mode where you're putting yourself into like this cocoon. And when you're in that cocoon, unfortunately, your guardian angels and your loved ones really can't reach you at all. They can't get through that cocoon. And the only thing to do to get yourself over that is to allow yourself the time to heal, allow yourself the time to grieve, because eventually that cocoon will get thinner and thinner, and eventually it will disperse. Whether you believe it or not, it will. And then your loved ones will be able to let you know that they're okay. They'll be able to send you their signs. They'll be able to send you their little quirky ways that they're around. You know, they do all sorts of things. They, you know, make smells of soap and make smells of perfume. They create smells of smoke. You know, if they smoked, for example, they flick light switches, they phone you, they can sometimes text you, they can sometimes appear as orbs on pictures, videos. They will make themselves known to you. They absolutely will. But just let yourself have the time to just adjust to it. That's what I want to say to you. And know, and I can tell you now, and if you've just lost somebody, or if you've lost somebody and you're really not getting through it okay, firstly, I'm sending all my love to you and the biggest of hugs, and I hope you can feel that. I really do. But also, I just want you to know that everything is temporary. Everything is temporary, and you will get through it. But I know, hand on heart, 100 million %, that your loved ones have made it over there. And I know, hand on my heart, that they have got someone that was there to meet them. So whatever circumstances your loved one passed, I wasn't planning on saying this, by the way, I wasn't planning on saying any of this, but whatever circumstances your loved ones passed, somebody was there to meet them. Absolutely, someone was there to meet them. Nobody's ever transitioned over by themselves. And I've got massive goosebumps. Look at this. You can't see, can you? No one's ever gone over and had no one there to meet them. Nobody. So there's always somebody that loves them, somebody there that they can resonate with, someone that will make them feel safe. Has always been over there to meet them. So your loved one is not by themselves. They are safe, and they are looking after you, and they're doing everything. Whether you can feel them, see them, hear them, whatever, they are there. That's what I can categorically tell you. Also, that they are happy over there, and some of them might take a little bit of time to get used to it if it's a sudden death. So if maybe, for example, they're in a car accident and it was sudden, it might take them a few weeks to get through it and get used to it, but they're still being looked after. They've still got people there guiding them. They've still got loved ones. And I just think, you know, instead of feeling that, I know grief is awful, as I've touched on, and I'm not disregarding that, but something that might help you at the moment is think about the people that they've gone over and met. So even though they've gone over into that world and they've transitioned over, think about those gorgeous souls that they've met. Like, you know, maybe they're long lost sisters or cousins or parents or children or babies that were too poor for this world that just weren't born. You know, think about them, that they're over there seeing and having a little party up there in heaven. Think about it in that sense, because that will keep you going. That will help you during those times. That will help you get some peace, some clarity, and that I hope helps you and helps you move forward. I wasn't planning on saying any of this. This has been completely channeled. They obviously wanted me to say this to you all. I hope it's helpful. So yeah, there we go. This is what I'm going to say to you all. So please don't sit there and worry about whether they're okay, because they are okay. They're absolutely okay. And your job is to make sure that you're okay as well, and do anything you can to help yourself alleviate that weird feeling that you've got at the moment, because it will get easier, it will get better, and that probably doesn't seem like it will at the moment, especially if it's just a fresh thing for you that's happened, but it will get easier. Absolutely. And they're always with you. I don't just say that to make you feel better. They are. Some of them, don't want to freak you out, they lie next to you. Okay, they do not leave your side. They stay right beside you and they hold your hands constantly. They drink their coffee with you. They talk to you. You might not hear them, but they're there. So trust me, they are with you every step of the journey. Yes, it does, Karen darling. So does that mean when my time comes I can go back to being in my 20s? You can choose that. Absolutely, you can absolutely choose that, darling. Yeah. And he might decide, he might, when you go over there, he might go, oh, Karen, should we make you young again? You never know. Oh, Emmanley, that's a nice name. I always smell my nan's fried egg and bacon. Oh, how lovely, that's gorgeous. See, Dawn saying I get lots of signs. Christina saying, yes, this makes so much sense. I'm so happy, my darlings. I'm so happy it gives you something. Oh, yes, it does, Becky. Becky said, I feel like it's all been a dream since my mum passed. Like I'm living each day, but it doesn't seem real. If that makes sense, it does make sense. Keep going, Becky. You will get there. Keep a memory alive. They love to have their memory kept alive, guys, and that helps them strengthen their energy and their connection with you so they can stay with you more. So to help keep their energy alive, you can talk about them, or if it's too painful, keep a picture up. And if it's too painful to look at the picture, pop it behind a wardrobe door so you don't have to look at it constantly, but keep things up of theirs. You know, keep their jewelry close to you if you want their support. You know, anything like that will really help their energy. Somebody needed this tonight. I can feel it. I can really feel you all. Where am I going? There we go. Happy birthday, Sarah. It is strange, isn't it? I feel really sorry for people having birthdays. I really do. Me and my friends, we all turned 40 this year, and my husband said, it could only happen to you that you end up being 39 for another year. And I'm like, oh, I'm 29, please. Does he not know me? No. Verity, in accidents and things like that, if they've passed quite quickly, they might feel a bit shocked when they initially go over there. So they might have somebody there looking after them to make sure that they're absorbing the shocked energy, but eventually they're okay and they're never, never on their own. No one's over there on their own, absolutely no one. And if somebody's not got anybody over there, so that this plays on people's minds, it can be long lost relatives, long lost grandparents, or somebody that you have touched once in this lifetime for them to stay with you in the next. Okay. So I hope that helps. There we go, my darlings. I hope this has helped you all. It looks like it has. I'm so delighted. Thank you for taking the time out to join me. I do appreciate it. I love you all so much. You've got no idea. No idea. Right. I am going to go now, and I'll be back tomorrow for live 7 of 100. It feels like I'm never going to get to the end of these 100 lives, or it might be a new tradition, and I might constantly do these lives for you. Who knows? But I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I will have the right laptop charger tomorrow. I will. I love you all so much. I kind of don't want to go. I just want to stay here and talk to you all, but I do have to go. I love you all so much. And oh, just one more thing. That's what I wanted to tell you all. I've created a sleep meditation. Does anyone have trouble sleeping? Just quickly. If you have trouble sleeping, this sleep meditation is going to be amazing. I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to get it all out to you, but I've got a sleep meditation anyway, so if you need it, watch out for that over the next few days, okay, because I think it might be useful for you. Right, love you all, darlings. Big hugs, big kisses. Mwah. See you all tomorrow. Bye.